because it's an ice fishing tent, and you need that open to get the fishes out of the lake and into your tent. So we'll be keeping boots on. I'm not putting down a carpet or anything. I tried that when I first started to camp in the winter in these, but everything melts with the heater on, and then the carpet freezes right to the ground. So I don't want to be coming back in the spring to chisel a carpet out. This is an Otter Vortex ice fishing tent, insulated model. Not sponsored by them, but I don't mind showing a cool product when I find them useful. Okay, time to get some heat in here. Oh, Mr. Buddy heater, we were experimenting with it yesterday to see if we could cook on it. We melted the handle, so we cut that right off. We managed to boil water, and now we can get food closer onto there to cook. So one less thing to bring. I hope it works in here. So we'll snake some propane through this little hole here. And with these temperatures, minus 44, that's where propane stops flowing altogether. You could pour it out onto the ground and it wouldn't even evaporate. So I really like to keep propane outside, but in a situation where it's lethally cold outside, we may be bringing that in a little bit later. Okay, thank you. These heaters, if you're hooking them up to a big tank, they sell these filters. Same brand, Mr. Heater, makes these filters. And you really want that because there are fine orifices in the burners here that will plug up. I've heard it's for contaminants in the hose, or maybe just contaminants in the propane itself. But those little green bottles don't seem to have an issue. And we'll put a highly flammable board underneath of it. That's the way we roll. Good. Now we let this place warm up. The dangerous part's over. We can stay warm now, and we'll do a couple more trips to grab a couple of funks, some of the other things that we need to get. But for now, definitely time to warm up. That put a little chill in me. How about you? Yeah. Our heat went out. Oh, really smell the propane in here. Now, I've seen this before, and I think what's happening is that we're getting liquid in the propane line because it is that close to the temperature of the vaporization of propane that when it's come through the hose, it might get some liquid in, and then when it heats up in here, you get these surges of high pressure. It's called liftoff. It means there's too much pressure to the pilot light. And if we don't bring that propane cylinder inside, we are unfortunately going to be very cold tonight. So that's the way we have to go with that. Hold on. Okay, so that's exactly what I was talking about. There's liquid propane coming out of this hose. So it's, okay, yeah. Yeah, we just better let this air out before we try to light it again. All right, so on the Buddy heater, this is the filter part. And you can see the liquid propane coming out. So that's not a good thing. We have to get this warmer before we're going to have any heat here whatsoever. Can you bleed off all that? Yeah, I'll bleed this off outside, and then we'll see if we can get it to run again.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. We got just vapor in there now. There's still some liquids in there. Don't do any of this home surgery on bleeding liquid propane, other things. Just give up unless you're a certified gas fitter. And actually, even if you are a certified gas fitter, it's probably time to go home. So we're going to try to hook this back up. Got all the liquid propane out there. And hopefully we'll get enough warmth on it to heat up the cylinder to vaporize the propane. And all that technical mumbo jumbo. Let's get back at it. If we keep that on low, dangerous thing to do, but we got to get that cylinder a little bit close to the heat source, or we ain't gonna have no heat. Okay, seems like it caught. So it's lit and it's warming up the cylinder. This is the only way to do this without those hand warming packets. If you had a bunch of those strapped onto the cylinder, it would keep it warm enough to work. But we're going about this in not the best way. However, if your options are freezing to death or being inside with the cylinder, I would pick the cylinder. That made all the difference. So yeah, in minus 40 degrees situations, these aren't going to work very good with a buddy heater setup. In fact, back at the acreage, Dave, our carpenter, had his furnace stop working on him last night. And that happens when you get to these temperatures that are close to minus 40, is you have such a diminished capacity for vaporizing that propane. I'm getting technical, but you don't get as much out of it as if you got a big heater. It's not going to be able to run it. I'm starting to feel a little bit better.
Oh, I can feel the heat big time.
Yeah, it's radiant. It's got to heat everything in here up first. Still see that breath, but
It's diminishing.
a frosty cold beer should warm me up.
I would hope so. Yep,
Well, cheers to everybody.
It's not
And,
frozen.
Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, all those good things.
Well, it's cold.
It doesn't warm me up. We could have picked eggnog or something. Rum and eggnog would have been better.
Yeah.
We got all the heating concerns figured out. Unfortunately, this is staying here tonight. So I'd recommend, if you're going to go out and do this type of camping, have some warmers taped on, those little hand warmers taped onto your cylinder outside. The big danger being that if this overpressured, there's a relief valve and it just set propane off in here, source of ignition, and we don't want problems like that.
No, we don't want to lift up the tent.
Well, thankfully it's not staked down, so we literally could just lift up the edge and get out real quick if we wanted to.
Oh, yeah.
So outside right now is minus 34 degrees Celsius, and that's minus 29 degrees Fahrenheit. I've got this wireless thermometer. And for reference, inside, if you'll notice, I can't see my breath, and I'm sitting here quite comfortably.
Yeah, I finally took my tooth off. My ears are warm.
I just will take my jacket off in a bit. It's 20 degrees in here, Celsius, which equates to 68 Fahrenheit. So I am expecting it to get a lot colder outside tonight. I'm thinking we're going to probably hit that minus 40.
I think so.
And there is such a temperature differential between inside and outside right now. We're not getting too much frost because this is a double layer tent. There's some building up on the lower spots, but this heater does give off a lot of moisture as well as us breathing. So it's going to take a lot of hunkering down tonight. Let's see. I wonder if we'll have enough clearance.
We're in the right piece of shit.
Okay, well, yeah. There she goes.
Yeah.
Crazy neighbor's just out there grabbing a pot so we can start cooking some dinner here shortly. And the trusty eco fan runs on the Peltier effect, just off the heat from the fire, creates an electrical current. Right on, we got the pot. Okay, good. Not quite frozen, so that's good.
Very good.
Dinner tonight, we're making cabbage roll soup.
Cabbage roll soup?
With cabbage rolls. We've got some frozen cabbage rolls. For those unfamiliar, it's different than an egg roll. It's a Eastern European dish, and it's essentially, meat, like ground beef, rice, wrapped in.
Yo, Gregory! Look, I get it. Everyone else is having the time of their lives. Slow your scroll and experience the thrill and excitement of playing Mega Millions. Go forth and do your thing, my dude.
Wrapped in cabbage or maybe bacon, and then covered in tomato sauce and baked. So we're going to make a soup, which is basically the same thing. And in case that's not satisfying enough or substantial enough of a meal, we'll dump in a few frozen pre-made cabbage rolls, because what goes better with cabbage roll soup than cabbage rolls? All right, so I'm going to chop up some onions because, as always, I like to fry up some garlic and onions and then decide what I'm going to make for dinner. Yeah, this onion is severely frozen. Yeah. Why do you always cook the stinkiest things in an enclosed space? It's always got to be chili or cabbage or something like that.
Relatively safe bears.
Well, that's true, but I just mean for our own sense of smell, not the bears. That's working okay. There's an entire subculture of people that like to cook on their Mr. Buddy heaters, and they've come up with very elaborate rigs and contraptions. And it makes sense because it's heat in the tent, and you should probably use it to cook if you can. So it takes a bit of time, but we got nothing but time. We're hunkering down in the cold. That little fan will actually run in reverse if it's cold on the bottom and hot on the top. So while we're cooking, we put some snow on the bottom, and the heat from the Mr. Buddy heater is enough to almost kind of make it spin backwards, and then it'll draw the air the other way. Because this is the most entertaining thing we can think of to do right now. But yeah, that's a reverse eco fan drawing the air away at a very slow rate. It's getting hot in here, so we are taking off some of our clothing.
Outer clothing. Yeah.
Could you pass me the onions, please, crazy neighbor?
Sure.
Thank you very much. So the beef actually browned, which is great. Probably took 20 minutes. Calls for a couple of table knives of garlic. Fry that up, and we'll throw in the rest of the ingredients. I didn't bring a whole head of cabbage to dice out here. We got this coleslaw mix, because that actually includes all the other things that the recipe calls for. Little bits of carrot, maybe, why not? A couple of tins of tomato sauce and some broth and some rice, salt and pepper to taste. At this point, you dump everything in. Beef broth, cabbage, a couple of cans of tomato sauce. Yeah, it's out there. Recipe calls for a half a cup of rice. Dig into the bag here like a raccoon.
Yeah, sure. It's a good fistful.
If you wanted a little brown sugar in there, who needs utensils or anything like that? Camping. Bay leaf. Kind of a lemony nutmeg thing.
There we go.
See if that'll boil. The setup using the Big Buddy heater works good. We got a good boil here. So I'm going to pull out this bay leaf. I don't know how long they need to be in. The rest of the frozen cabbage rolls. There we go. Yeah, just a small meal for two.
This pile of dirt here is warm and dry. Think, look, it's warm and it's dry. There's no mud.
It's a little frosty.
That's a little frosty.
Oh, yeah.
It's hot. Yeah, I gotta go for a bio break, Steve.
Okay.
It's wicked cold out there. Dark.
Bundle up. It's, yeah, it's
My
pretty-
jacket on this time.
it's moderately cold out there. Well, yes. Pretty satisfied that's done. Didn't bring gloves that are suitable for the high heat, so I'm just kind of using the sleeves here. Pull this up real quick. Oh, yeah. Oh. Okay, so we're gonna have to let that cool down.
Yep.
It's wow.
That's awesome.
Mr. Buddy Heater for the win. Wow. Holy moly.
Oh, yeah.
It'll take some cooling down. That's a good looking stew, I suppose.
See?
All right. It has reached minus 37 degrees Celsius, which is minus 34 degrees Fahrenheit. Inside here, it's a balmy 21, and in Fahrenheit, that's 70 degrees. So I think we're doing okay.
Oh, yeah.
You've enjoyed a few cabbage rolls in your time, have you?
Quite a few.
Oh, look at that.
Quite a few.
So, with cabbage rolls, do you like the long, skinny ones or the short, thick ones?
I like them both.
Wow, it's just fantastic. This is I like how the cabbage rolls stayed together and didn't disintegrate.
Yeah, for the most part, they're great. Here you go.
Thanks. Oh, yeah,
Mm.
here we go.
Yum.
Just testing this thing out. Like, I think we could do minus 50 degrees in here easily with this type of a setup. Crazy neighbor is sequestered nicely and sawing logs. So I'm gonna go show you outside where I've got that outdoor thermometer reader set up. Oh boy. Get this back up. So we got the sled we made our trips in on, and right here in the tree, that little guy is what's giving us our temperature inside the steaming ice fishing shack. Oh, these things are frosty though. Every single window is got snow in it. Quite the thing. And just from the bottom part being open, there's so much steam coming out. Okay. Get back into here. Ooh, looks cozy. Oh, and it is. Sounds like somebody's doing some midnight logging out there. Just before hunkering down. Latest reading, minus 38 degrees. And in Fahrenheit, that's minus 36 degrees. Crazy neighbor is still sawing logs, and that's okay. I'm used to a little noise to help me sleep. So see you guys in the morning. Good morning. It only got down to minus 38 last night. This thing records the minimum and the maximum. And minus 38 Celsius is minus 37 Fahrenheit. So
That's pretty close.
pretty close.
It's a degree. That shouldn't confuse your American people.
Yeah, now today, right now, the temperature is at minus 24 degrees Celsius outside, which is minus 12 Fahrenheit. And it's almost too hot here, to be
Yeah,
honest.
it's a 14-degree rise in temperature. It's just a few hours.
Yeah, like a lot of the frost is melted from,
Yeah, it is.
and now it's dripping down on us as
Yeah.
liquid water. So, have to give shout outs to the folks that donated the beer donation fund and the propane donation fund, all this crazy experiments in the woods at minus 40 almost fund. I appreciate all of that. And I don't know how interesting a video can be sitting inside a tent. I will say to the people that want to do winter camping, it's really good if you like sitting in a tent. Like if you want to sit down and have some beers, play a game of cards, watch a movie, you know, get away from your life and forget about things for a while, it's a great thing to do. It is peaceful to be in the wilderness with no honking horns, no traffic. It's a very peaceful sleep, very quiet at night.
I heard a dog last night for a few minutes.
I did. I heard a midnight. Somebody doing some midnight logging.
Is that what? Oh,
I
okay.
heard some chainsaw activity.
Oh, poachers.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. This is not backpacking stuff.
No,
Like
definitely
this,
not. No.
this is your heavy glamping. Anything that you buy from Cabela's is heavy, but it's good.
Forget a backpack and stuff. You're putting a cylinder in your backpack.
Like this pot, this Dutch oven, this cast iron. It says Cabela's right on it, and it's not light. Cabela's stuff is convenient, but heavy.
Works very well, this cast iron stuff.
There's still propane left, and one thing I will mention is that the Big Buddy heater is 18,000 BTUs. So off of one of these, it should be able to run full blast for just about 24 hours straight. So with 3 of these and using it sparingly, you could probably camp a week or so out in the winter. So it's pretty cool, but better start tearing this all down. And it's up to minus 24 outside.
Oh, me.
Beautiful. Just minus 11 Fahrenheit. Perfect. Time to get the day rolling. Well, I think I'm going to leave this thing set up because I might camp in it again. There's still a bunch of construction at the house, and it's going to be warmer by far over the next few days. So I'll probably make this home for a few more nights while I'm out here. And thanks so much, everybody, for watching me and Crazy Neighbor camping in some pretty cold temperatures. And let's see, what do I have planned? I have 2 more videos to do out here in the winter. Then I'm back on the train to somewhere warmer. So thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us this week. And time to get this edited and uploaded. Cheers, everybody. Cheers.
Whatever you're looking for, Paramount Plus can take you there.
I am building something.
What the hell, dude? Paramount Plus. Stream now.
I love the way this applies. To be able to do that so easily and so seamlessly is a dream come true.
What is up, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. I'm out here in this picturesque snowy woods right next to a frozen river. I'm gonna be spending the night out here in wilderness. Got a nice hot tent to set up. Gonna be toasty warm inside of there. We're gonna do our best to really brave the elements. Besides it being very, very cold, it's actually a gorgeous day out. I got a nice dinner to cook up, got some good drinks to have. We're gonna lay back, we're gonna live in the moment, we're gonna enjoy nature. But before I do any of that, I've got to take a little nip off the old banana flask. Yeah, that is Woodford Reserve, super smooth, always goes down easy. Oh, if you've been watching the channel, then you know that I've been dealing with some stuff lately and been a little bit sad. However, a lot of people have told me that this channel really helps them when they're going through something tough. So I want to make sure that I'm being as uplifting as I can. And of course, you know, we do have to move forward. So in dealing with the loss of one of our four-legged friends, that was really important to me. But we're going to trudge on, and we're going to do the best that we can. Keep a smile on our face. Whew! All right, everybody. Without further ado, let's get into it. All right, we're going to start by dipping down through the snow. I think a nice, easy way to do that is to run the sled back and forth. Now, a lot of people in the comments said this, so I wanted to make sure I addressed it. People were telling me to take this and put it inside of that fold, that piece of the pipe. For some stoves, it does work that way. For this particular stove, it does not work that way. You can see that this is on the outside of that pipe. The smoke goes up this way, so it doesn't exit until it's way up here. So that's how you keep that completely inside of there. So for this particular pipe, it goes on the outside. Now this tent comes with pretty atrocious stakes for a snow tent. Let me show you what they look like. You can just see how little and tiny and thin these are. For a backpacking tent, this would be fine. For a tent like this, ideally you would want like a snow big stake. I was looking around, I didn't see anything like that when I was leaving the house. So I just grabbed these, and these are somewhat better, bigger, thicker, more sturdy. They're also aluminum as well, which is going to allow me to get into the ground a little bit better. There, you can see the two stakes next to each other. It's not a world of difference, but it is just a little bit better and a little bit more secure. All right, so we've got just this piece of dead wood that is just fallen over. I don't even know. It might have been the top of this tree here. But this is the dead standing too. We have a ton of firewood right in the vicinity right here. So we'll start with pulling this bad boy out. Oh, that's nice. So the nice thing about hot tenting is it lets me be able to pull that sled, and I can take a lot more than I would if I was backpacking. So got a little luxury like this. lot of times I won't do this, but I went ahead and shored up a lot of these stakeout points. We are supposed to get some fairly high winds. I think pretty late at night. I checked the weather. So we'll see how that goes. So I want this thing being kind of more on the secure side. So that stovepipe ain't going nowhere, and this tent is it's pretty secure. Quite roomy in here. A little bit of a quick warm up here before I go grab some more firewood. So directly behind camp is this dead piece here. Hi everyone. I'm just breaking in here real quick to give you a quick word from today's sponsor, and then Blue Eddy. Bear with me, guys. I am just getting over a terrible cold. They sent me this Charger 1 device that they wanted me to show off to you guys. And I've got some car camping trips coming up. This is a device that will be pretty useful in those scenarios. What this does is connect to your battery and allows your alternator to charge your power station much faster. It's a DC to DC charging device. Blue Eddy Charger 1 allows you to charge your portable power station almost 6 times as fast as a traditional 12-volt socket would do, or what you might refer to as a cigarette lighter. The Charger 1 works with all Blue Eddy power stations, as well as approximately 95% of all other power stations on the market. Blue Eddy was kind enough to sponsor 2 videos, so in this one I'm just going to give you an overview of the product, and in the next video we'll test out how fast it can charge the power station. Now, I quite like the cabling here. Got the switch box on one end you can turn the device on and off of. On the other end, you've got the positive and negative terminals, which you need to attach to your battery. And then on the other end, past the switch box, you've got the 2 terminals. Directly to the Charger 1 device. Comes with a bunch of mounting hardware, along with a single Allen wrench. Here you can see you've got the positive and negative. Make sure to put the red to the positive, the black to the negative. There we go. And we'll do the same thing with here. Make sure we connect 2 red pieces together here. 2 negative for black. It's traditionally a bit more associated with solar charging. This here is my EcoFlow power station. I'm going to include a link in the pinned comment and the description in case you want to learn more. On the next video, we'll go ahead and show you this charger charging a power station and just how fast it can do it. For now, I want to say thank you to Blue Eddy for sponsoring this video. All right, everybody, let's get back to the action. Yeah, it does look like the battery's almost dead there. And there we go.
Tide Boosted Test. Makeup ruining your fit? Try Tide. It's boosted. The other guy can't match Tide's Boosted Clean. Looks like we passed.
Yes.
It's cleaner, whiter, brighter, and fresher. It's got to be Tide.
Boost it. When we first opened, I knew I wanted to have some sort of a retail element. You get a cup of coffee and you could grab a little gift. It felt really good to see the things flying off the shelves. It made me feel confident in my vision.
Enjoy 2 years free from hair and hair removal. Discover Bronze Smart IPL, the smart alternative to laser.
The Nissan Armada. Everything worth doing is worth overdoing. Nissan, #1 in new vehicle quality. Nissan Armada, starting at just $57,520.
Okay. I got this flex tail mat tonight I'll be sleeping with. I'm just going to go ahead and get this blown up real quick. I'm using this hike and bike 0-degree sleeping bag. My old flex tail pillow here. Home sweet home. I'm trying something new out. I'm wearing this chest harness, and I have one little drone that follows me around. It can go into your pocket, but it's a little bit on the fragile side. So I'm just trying this out, keeping it in there. Worked pretty well today, so we'll see. Oh, it's pretty warm in here. I'm just having myself a nice little warm up. At one point, it got up to 52 degrees, about 48 right now. Some people really hate it when I go gather firewood in the dark. You know, I hate to take too much. So, yeah, it's just something that happens, and it's no big deal. So, but I'm going to process up the rest of this, and then I think we're going to go ahead and get dinner started. Some gross parts on these potatoes. I didn't check them very close before I headed out, but I think they're okay. I'll just chop these pieces off. First beer on camera since everything happened. Been sitting on these for a while. It's a Voodoo Ranger Tropic Force Tropical IPA. from New Belgium, and it's a 9.5%. Yeah, it is tasty. I'm going to have to remember that if I want to do burgers and fries like I'm doing, I'm going to have to bring 2 pans. But that's okay, because for today, I'll just eat it in courses, and that'll be fine. Man, I've got my coat off. I'll tell you right now, there is a big difference in here versus the temperature outside. All right, we can go ahead and take that back. I don't know if I'll use it or not, but it'd be nice to have it right next to the campsite. Slowly but surely, we're getting this burger cooked here. Where are we? Now we're moving. Now we're doing. We had to get this door open because there's so much steam and stuff in here, but we are now cooking good. I usually bring tortillas because it's so easy to smash buns, so I just use tortillas for bread for everything, but in hindsight, probably should have brought bread, but that's okay. We'll just get these white fry up. Moment of truth here. Very nice. Perfect. Oh man. Come on, come on, come on, come on. That is good stuff. Come on. Look at that. I kind of get this concept from people a lot. Seems like people have the idea that in a hot tent scenario that your stove should be able to be packed and it should be able to get you through a full night's rest, and it should be just as warm almost as you are in your house. That has just never been the case as far as I'm concerned. While you're awake, the stove is making you nice and cozy and warm. Once you go to bed, it's the sleep system that's keeping you warm. Lately, I've been throwing a hot water container in the bottom of the sleeping bag, and that has just been working great. I used to do it all the time, and I don't know what made me stop doing it, but I watched Outdoor Boys the other day and saw him doing it, and I was just like, geez, why not? Why am I not doing this? I've got all of my wood processed and ready to go, so in the morning, easy peasy, I can light my stove up and get it going and cook breakfast and wake up and chill out in a nice warm tent. I got a nice yummy breakfast that I'm planning on making. I had a full day and I'm ready to crawl into bed. Few things are quite as satisfying as fresh, fuzzy socks while you're winter camping. Oh, it's the little joys in life. Oh. Good night, everybody. Some diced up onions and peppers here. Miss Banana's got these for me. This might be my last one. Mm-hmm. Not just good. is camp all packed up, tent tore down, stove emptied out, put the fire out. Oh, nice clean camp, with the exception of some ash and some loose firewood. No biggie. Oh, goodness sakes. That is another one in the books. That was a fun one. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. I want to say a big, big thank you to each and every one of you for watching this. You all make it possible for me to do this. If you liked what you saw and you'd love to see more, I would greatly appreciate it if you would click that banana. We're going to catch you on the next one, everybody. Bye now.
Gain Center of Oz. Try Gain Scent of Oz in stores now.